Welcome to the Music Show. I'm Ray Braselton, your host.
And I'm Nick Rita, co-host.
Today we have for you a Clarinet Collection. Actually, that's the name of the group,
Wow.
Clarinet Collection. And they are going to be performers from all over this region. They play, well, I could say they're from Williamson, Victor, Fairport, just all over the whole area. And they play all kinds of different types of clarinets.
They have all the different sizes.
All the different sizes, yeah.
What is there, a bass?
Is a bass, there's a contrabass.
Contrabass?
I don't know that they use that for the performance of it, but we do a showcase with
Wow.
Linda Knight.
That should be pretty interesting.
It is extremely interesting. Right. So we'll have a showcase for this group. On top of a very good interview, tells you about how they actually got together, how they met each other, and I think a couple funny stories.
This was shot on location.
Yeah, it was shot on location.
Sometimes when we have something that large, we can't accommodate
them here. But it turned out, I think you'll really enjoy it because the music is just phenomenal. I mean, Gershwin, some real good names have written these. So we have some neat TV episode type jingle type songs too that they do.
That'll be fun.
I
didn't hear a lot of this because it was done on location.
No, you missed that one. But
yeah, I was sick that day.
Well, I'm glad you're here. You're not sick today. Hogan's Heroes is one of them.
Oh, really?
You got that one. I'm not supposed to say that, but because
you always take the cat out of the bag, right?
but that's a good one. Just to keep you interested. I think you'll enjoy it. A lot of songs, extremely good songs. It's going to surprise you. The sound.
Have the regular stuff too, right?
Soprano. Soprano clarinet, and then even they talk about piccolo clarinet, which I don't know if you ever heard of.
Right.
And of course the regular B flat clarinet, the E flat. They talk about A clarinet. They just have most of these instruments there, and they perform with them. So yeah,
we're going to have the regular stuff too.
Yep.
The Uncle Nick's Corner.
Yep.
And
all going to be in there.
All the other stuff will be there. So.
Yep. So sit back and enjoy. Really, to me, phenomenal what they do with the clarinet. You'll really like it. Stay tuned.
Don't touch that dial.
Enjoy the show.
introduce ourselves right now. I'm Linda Knight. I'm from Walworth, and I play the regular B-flat clarinet, which you see in bands typically, and the E-flat soprano clarinet, which is more of a small group instrument, an ensemble instrument.
I'm Gail Siegel. I live in Brighton, and in my spare time I'm a cancer researcher, and I play the regular size clarinet.
Hi, my name is Judy Hensley. I'm from Fairport, and I also play the B-flat clarinet.
Hi, I'd like to say that this is Judy's first gig with us. She's our newest member, and welcome her to the Clarinet Collection. My name is Jeannie Hauser, and today I'm playing the regular clarinet.
Hi, I'm Peggy Egan. I'm from Webster. I also play the B-flat clarinet.
I'm Joe Fulton, and I'm from Williamston, and I play the regular B-flat clarinet.
Hi, I'm David Van Laer, and I live in Henrietta, and I'm playing the E-flat alto clarinet, which is just a little larger than the regular clarinet, and not quite as big as the two that are coming up here.
I'm Chris Hughes, and I live in Victor, New York, and this is the foundation of the band. It's the B-flat bass clarinet.
My name is Jen Moran. I live in East Rochester, and I not only play the bass clarinet, but I also play the regular B-flat clarinet as well.
The next number we're going to play is called Do You Know What It Means to Miss New Orleans? the Hogan's Heroes March. You might remember this from the TV show, Hogan's Heroes.
Hi, welcome to Uncle Nick's Corner. I'm Nick Rita, and this is the Uncle Nick's Corner segment of this program. I hope you enjoy these. I know some of them may be a little bit technical for the non-believer or the non-guitarist, but I try to get enough information for the guitarist and also make it as entertaining as I can. One of the things in our guitar education that is neglected quite a bit, I think, is scale work. If you look in a lot of the method books, they aren't chucked full with the scale work that there used to be, and I think it is neglected. But I think also one of the things that we should do with our scale work is not play it as exercises reading from a book, but kind of commit it and visualize it in our head. I'll show you what I mean. Starting in the second position, I'm going to play this C scale. So I'm going from C to C and back. Okay, that's the core of it, and it's in the middle of the fingerboard, and it's on this in the second position. Starting from the C, I can go down to this G, back up to the C, and from this C, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A. So that would be what I call the A2, because the root of the scale is on this fifth, on the A string under the second finger. So A string, second finger. When practicing this, there's various ways you can do this. For instance, go up to the C, then up to the D, down to the D, then from the E, up to the E, then F, then G, and then A, and then do some little thing, because when we reach up to the A, that's as high as we want to go in that particular position. Another way that you can do it is you can do it in thirds, starting on the C. C, E, D, F, we're doing that in thirds. And we can do this using any of the positions, any key. I know what you're saying. As I hesitate there, you're saying, Nick, you should practice too, and that's true. You can also do triads. There's C, E, G, D, F, A, F. It's another way to cover it. You can make up your own little things as you go along. You can extend it to the 7. So on. Those were 7ths. All different ways of visualizing the scale. And they're good to listen to as you're playing, because as you're doing the thirds, that would be a C major, D minor, and then. So you see that not only are you getting good exercise, finger exercise, you're also hearing it and being able to apply these scales a little bit better. I think it's very important, again, to study scales and use scales, move them up the fingerboard. One other session I did, if you're interested, I went over the 4 forms that I usually use. That was the A2. There's the E2. There's the A4. I'm sorry, that was the E4 and the A4. Those are the 4 positions that I use a lot of and use variations of that. So, till next time, if you have any questions, again, please just get in touch with us. We'll be happy to answer any question. But until then, keep up the good work.
So we are going to play Gershwin's The Man I Love. yellow ribbon around the old oak tree. It's an old Tony Orlando and Dawn tune, if you ever watched his variety show some eons ago.
And welcome to our special segment here, showcase segment, with our special group and our special leader of our group of the Clarinet Connection Collection. I'll never get it right. Clarinet Collection. And I'll tell you, so far so good. The group is just fabulous. I mean, really moves you to listen to a whole group of clarinets playing just clarinets like that, and the different tonal sounds that they have. And that's what we're here for, the showcase, is to talk about these different tones that these, and different keyed instruments that we have in clarinet, and clarinet alone. So Linda Knight is going to, and she's today's featured person, I think, and she found this place for us to perform at. So we're going to ask you a few questions on these clarinets. First of all, the only clarinet that I really know too much about really is B-flat clarinet. That's the one that all students seem to, a lot of students play in band and everything. You do play that, don't you, or do you?
Yes.
Rush was a B-flat.
This is a plain B-flat.
And what does B-flat mean?
It's
in the key.
A piano is in the key of C.
Right.
So if I were to play a C on this, and the piano plays a C on this, I would be a half step lower, yes, than the
So that's why they call it a B-flat.
That's why it's called a B-flat. So people in bands and clarinet ensembles will typically play the B-flat. Orchestras, they take an A clarinet because the strings work, orchestras work in a different key, so an A clarinet works better in orchestras.
I didn't know that. The big orchestras would use a clarinet. I didn't even know that.
Yes. And so the A clarinet is just a touch longer than the B flat. We have here in our group, in which I play, is an E flat soprano clarinet. You can see it's a good 6 inches shorter than, and it's pitched a bit higher. And the clarinet family has about 14 different varieties of clarinets if you put together all the A clarinets, B flat clarinets, C clarinets, D clarinets, E flat clarinets.
I would never known that.
Actually, I didn't know about some of these until I looked it up on the internet this morning.
Well, now, okay, so this is a soprano, and you said this is E flat?
Yes.
And what would this be considered?
This is
B
considered,
flat?
it's a soprano.
Okay.
You know, some people might call this a sopranino.
Okay, gotcha.
And then,
Yeah, it's a little bit higher.
Yeah, it's a little bit higher, although kind of rare is even a clarinet smaller than this, which would be, they sometimes call it a piccolo clarinet,
Yeah.
but it's also, it's a sopranino. Anyway, but...
Real quickly, would the fingering be different for these two?
All right, the two major systems in the clarinet world are the Bain system, which is a German arrangement, historical, from a gentleman by the name of Bain, of course. And so this, and this, and that,
This?
and that, and all the instruments you saw today are all fingered the same way, with exceptions being that when you get up into the upper register or if you have a note that doesn't sound quite right, you might finger it a little differently for intonation purposes. But for all intents and purposes, they're all fingered the same. But European clarinet players in their orchestras will use the Albert system.
Okay.
The Albert system has a lot, they have less metal work on them, and a lot of their fingerings, from what I understand, is a little bit more awkward.
Okay, awkward in what sense?
Meaning it's sometimes some of the, we have enough keys that make fast runs easier than the Albert. They have to do a little bit.
But they have to
funny
do
things.
like cover half a hole or something like that, or is that?
I honestly couldn't tell you specifically.
But it's just different.
Yeah, I have an ancient Albert system clarinet here. This one is from my father-in-law learned on in the 1940s.
Can you get a close-up of this or not on this? Yeah, because that's different.
Yeah.
You said 1940s?
Yeah, late 30s, early 40s, that sort of thing is when he learned to play clarinet. Notice that there's 2 keys down here.
Yeah.
Alberts have 2 keys, whereas the Bain system has 4.
Okay.
And that allows more flexibility. Right. They both have the same range.
Was this the more popular one back then?
It's popular in Europe. It's not popular in America. And then this is the contra-alto clarinet, which I might be able to. It plays lower than the bass. A bass will stop somewhere around. I believe that would be the lowest sound of B flat bass. But this is the lowest.
I thought you said that wouldn't play when you were talking earlier. It's playing.
My mistake.
It's playing. That's great. That is an interesting low sound. So that was a lot lower sound, what you just played, than these guys were playing here earlier today.
Yeah, their instruments do not go as low as this.
It really had, to hear that low bass sound in your music, that adds so much to what you were doing today.
It's very nice.
It just touches you, almost a vibration in your heart when you hear it.
Yeah, and it would be nice to get more of the contra into the group.
Now, you said there was somebody that you used to be with in the group that had
a contrabass.
And that is?
The contrabass plays lower than this, but it is also, this is about 4 feet. The contrabass is another foot longer. Okay. It's a 5 foot, at least 5 foot. Maybe it's 5.5 feet. In either case, I practically can stand up and hunch just a little bit to reach the mouthpiece.
Yeah.
You need to sit on a stool.
But the mouthpiece is below the top.
Yes, it's shaped like this, only it goes up much higher.
Wow. I really thank you so much for bringing in, because I don't want to lose it, but I thank you so much for bringing in these, I don't think we've had some saxophones, different types of saxophone showcases, where we've seen different saxophones, but I don't believe we've ever had anything on clarinet. and to have them actually here. I thank you so much, Linda. I hope you enjoyed this segment, and we'll see you at the next show. Linda, we'll see you soon. Bye, everybody. See you in a little bit. Don't go away. Got more of the show to go.
The beer barrel polka. away.
Welcome everybody to the music show, and a special show we have for you today with some special people from the clarinet musical group called the Clarinet Connection. Thank you. I had a hard time getting that out earlier. So, but we have, I want to thank again Linda. Where are you, Linda? There you are. Linda Knight is a visitor of mine. She comes over to our place of business every so often for work that she has to have done on her instruments, and I've been after her quite a while to let me be able to have her or the group that she's in to perform for our music show. And so now, thanks to Parkwood Heights, I guess it's called Parkwood Heights Senior Living Community, they are letting us use their facility. They just did a real nice show, and I hope you all enjoyed what you saw. Linda, I've got a few questions, but before that, maybe we can go around real quick with a name and instrument, the kind of instrument, E-flat, clarinet, or whatever. And would you like to start?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm Peggy Egan. I live in Webster, and I play the B-flat clarinet.
I'm Judy Hensley. I live in Fairport. I also play the B-flat clarinet.
I'm Joan Fulton, and I live in Williamson, and I play the B-flat clarinet.
That's the way to do it.
Hi, I'm Jeannie Hauser. I live in the town of Greece, New York, and I play the B-flat clarinet.
I'm Gail Siegel. I live in Brighton, and I play B-flat clarinet.
I'm Ray Brett. No, your turn.
I'm Linda Knight, and I live in Walworth, and I play the B-flat clarinet. I also regularly play the E-flat soprano clarinet.
And we'll be talking about this later, too.
And this other pile of metal I have on my lap.
Hi, I'm David Van Laer, and I live in the town of Henrietta, and I play the E-flat alto clarinet.
I'm Kristen Hughes, and I play the B-flat clarinet and also the B-flat bass clarinet. I live in Victor, New York.
I'm Jen Moran. I live in East Rochester, and I not only play the bass clarinet, but also the regular B-flat as well.
So that's real good. We know all the instruments you all play. I know the show used all the instruments, or did the show. We didn't use this on the show today that you played, but we did actually use most of the instruments here. And well, I've got a few questions. Actually, I asked you originally, Linda, but it's really for everybody to feel free to give us information on this if you think of something that Linda doesn't think about, or Gail. I do want to mention that Gail is kind of what would your position be in this group?
Well, I like to think of myself as a music director, but it really is a team effort. I mean, whenever there's a gig or something, someone will, like, for example, Linda really was the driving force behind this gig today. We rehearse at my house, so I'm sort of the hostess, you know, and that sort of thing.
Well, Linda does a lot of work in the group. I know that she brought me here to see you, and I had actually reviewed you a year ago or so for this. And Linda was the one that was responsible for getting me here. So you probably all, though, look for jobs, not just Linda and Gail, but you all look for jobs. And whoever gets the job is kind of the
sort of the lead person,
right?
Yeah.
Right. Well, there's so many things about this group. Now, one thing I want to tell you is that I really, really was impressed with what you did today. Now, I was here a year ago or so and listened to I don't know if it was here, it was another place.
It was over at Maplewood.
Maplewood. And I liked it a lot. And I said, I got to get them on. But I didn't realize until you're here and really listen to you guys in full and concentrate like I did today. The other time I was just in and out. I didn't realize how beautiful this group is and what a wonderful tone you all have, how well practiced, rehearsed. I just didn't realize that there were people out there that could do that, put a clarinet. Like I never seen a clarinet group like this before. Are there any others? Oh, there are.
It's very standard musically that clarinet choir, and there's literature written for clarinet choir, and it's not a unique thing to us.
Oh, okay. It is kind of unique to me, and I don't know about you out there in the audience, but to me, I don't think I see that. Maybe an ensemble, 3 or 4 or something like that, but this seemed unique to me.
The 3 ladies over there play in the New Horizons group, which is quite a bit larger than ours, but it is a clarinet ensemble.
Oh, clarinet too?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. There's close to 40 people in it now.
Would you still call it an ensemble?
Yeah.
It would, yeah. Wow.
That has a true director.
Yeah.
To keep us together.
Well, you seem like a very close-knit group. Either way you look at it, you kind of take turns on doing things and other, and get along real well other than politics, from what I understand. Well, what is the name of the group again? We said it was a Clarinet Collection. Okay, and how did this particular group form? Maybe Linda, you can give us.
There was a woman in the Parenton Concert Band clarinet section decided that it would be fun to get together with clarinets and play clarinet music. And she invited the clarinet section out to her house, and actually I wasn't part of the Parenton Concert Band, but I got invited by a couple people who were. So we started in 1982, and Joan and I are the only original members left from that organization, but we've been playing ever since.
82, that's a while, so
yes.
You've been going for quite a while. How long have you guys been involved?
I've only been a member for 2 years.
You like it, don't you?
Yeah.
I can see.
I was recruited.
And how long
was
have
also
you been?
Recruited. I think I've been in it, geez, I'm not even sure. Is it 4 years?
Yeah.
3 or 4 years,
Yeah,
maybe 3.
You can't be in a group that long if you don't like it. I mean, I could see it when you were playing, and I could feel it when you were playing. I was in school, high school ensemble bands and stage band, and I had the same feeling.
Well, David and I play in another band also called the Honeywell Falls Community Concert Band. And so I already knew him because of playing in that group. So when there was a need for an alto, I immediately thought of him because he's a lot of fun to play with in the other group.
Well, I sure hope to keep this up for a long time, because this is, now the one thing I was going to mention, there's a lot of different types of styles of music here. I mean, everything from Gershwin to probably Mozart to Tony Orlando, for heaven's sake. So I noticed I want to bring that up.
The only thing we don't do is bebop,
Bebop
hip-hop,
or
rap.
Yeah, rap.
You know, it just doesn't
It's
fly.
hard to talk and play.
What town or organization do you represent?
We don't.
We're from
in-
all over.
we're-
You can see as we went around, we're
Yeah,
from the entire.
all different towns.
area.
All different
Yeah.
towns.
Yeah,
No
so-
one's from the same town.
Right. We
And-
rehearse at my house. It's the most centrally, I
Yeah.
think, for
Yeah,
everybody.
it's the best location.
Yeah.
Who's eligible for this group? Just somebody who can play with, I assume.
We
Those
usually
are
invite people to come to a rehearsal, and then
Right.
they kind of see how they fit, we see how, you know, and
Yeah.
usually it's pretty much mutually agreed, you know, that
Mhm.
somebody comes in, or maybe it's not for them, but usually it works out pretty well.
Yeah, if somebody's too beginner, they won't be able to keep up with us, and
Right.
prima donnas get frustrated with us real quick. Because we don't say that person over there is always playing first.
Yeah.
We trade off. I mean, the only
That's
people who
nice.
kind of get stuck in a
That is
role
nice.
is like Dave or
Well,
Chris.
it's-
You know, they're always playing alto or bass,
But I've
but
been known to bring my B-flat clarinet and try to play other parts too.
Well, that's the other thing I noticed is that there's a lot of different, you are willing to do different parts. I was listening out there and I heard solos from different people, not just two people always do the solos. And I thought that was very nice. And also duets, solos, but duets within solos. And that was very interesting. So there is a lot of interesting work going into what you're doing, in addition to the fact that you have so many different styles of music that you do. I imagine you're able to play at a lot of places would be wanting to have you play. Have you played at festivals and things like that also?
We played just last year at the Strawberry, we played at the Brighton Strawberry
Strawberry
Festival.
Festival, we played at,
Played at George
Park
Eastman House
Avenue.
right
Park
here.
Avenue.
Park Avenue?
We
Yeah.
played at Eastview Mall for Christmas,
Oh.
Christmas on the Mall stuff.
Yeah.
in years past, we've been to Cornhill Festival.
No kidding. Cornell.
Cornhill.
Cornhill.
Oh, okay, I thought you said Cornell.
No, Cornhill. So,
Cornell's a well-known
or the
festival.
Lilac Festival.
Lilac Festival, right? Well, now, this group can be, we want to try and get some kind of a contact number on the bottom of the screen if we can. Is there any number they can call if somebody needs to get a hold of you for playing out? Do you have anybody's number? That
We're
you
looking
can
for a
give?
PR person. Do you know of anybody?
I try to be a PR as best I can, but don't call me.
Someone who has a little experience in media and might have
No,
access to some
You can
outreach.
always call my show, and it's right there also on the bottom. You'll always catch my contact number, and I'll get a hold of them for you. But would they be able to call your phone number?
Yeah, they
or-
could call mine. I'm a 315
You,
number.
okay, why don't you give me a 315 number, maybe we can get a 585 number too. that they can call.
315-986-7512.
Okay, and do we have anybody, 585, that would be wanting to do that, or we just keep with that number at this point?
I can give them an email address.
That would be perfect.
What about GSEIGEL@frontiernet.net?
Great. Okay, so now you have a contact number to get hold of them, and you'd be willing to play, are you two booked, or do you have any room for anybody else? or-
We're usually pretty good at working with people and figuring out a schedule, especially if we have some advanced warning, you know.
Well, thank you for a very delicious evening, and we really enjoyed it. It was nice that you let me be able to put you on the show. And, you know, everybody, just look forward to more great shows like this. And I don't know if we can top this, though. But we'll try. We'll try. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you very much for watching our show. And I want to thank also the Parkwood Heights Senior Community Living Center here in Maston, New York. And thank you very much. And also we want to thank, of course, the Clarinet Collection that has been playing today and entertaining us all. And again, I hope you all enjoyed the music show today. And we're looking forward to seeing you on our next episode of the Music Show.